Good morning and happy Thursday, y'all. My name is Tara, and I am with my husband, Dr. Hewlett, and myself are the founders of Back Pain and Joint Center Texas. And so, to give you a little backstory for those who are new, we, for the past year, have been doing a low inflammation diet. And so every week, I come on and show one of the recipes that we do, frequently within our house. Good morning, Lee. How are you? So today we are going to make, my kids are getting ready for school, so they're coming and going. We're going to make baked spinach-artichoke chicken. It's super yummy. We love this. So, are y'all having a great day? Hopefully so. The sun, I'm a huge fan. I love the sunshine. I know most people are fans, but like, I thrive off of it. So happy it's a nice day outside. Okay, so to get started, and why do a low inflammation diet? So, real quick, I am not a doctor. I'm not a chef, a nutritionist. I'm a mom with 4 kids and a husband. So I cook regularly, so this is just our lifestyle. But we do a low inflammation diet because it helps you heal faster and recover better and keeps your body healthier. And so you're gonna cut out like flours like glutens and dairies we don't do typically, and as well as sugar. So we find other alternatives to things that would fill in for those that are better for your body, that your body can break down and process better and help you to be healthier and stronger. So let's go ahead and get started. Throw my hair back. Okay, so I have chicken here, and we just do like an organic chicken, just from, this is what, H-E-B or H-E-B, just local grocery store. So I have, it's like 1.5 pounds here. And I do not like the fat on my chicken, so I always cut off those extra pieces of fat right there. I just don't like that. Some people, it's fine. I just don't. So I trim that off, and I'll throw that away. And sometimes there's a little bit of that like rib meat there, a little thicker. I cut that off too. All right, this is a really big piece, so I'm gonna just cut it down just a little bit smaller, just so for the kids, it's not such a big piece. All right, same thing on this chicken breast here. All right. And wash my hands from the chicken. All right, hello Kathy and Sherry. How are you guys this morning? It's a beautiful day. All right, so we have our chicken and just a pan. You want a glass pan. That's just a ceramic one, so that'll work. So here you can do 2 things. You can do olive oil, or you can go with avocado oil. Either one is a good option. I'm gonna go with avocado oil today. I will tell you, if you do the olive oil, try to find one with the pulp in it. That's a good option. Like this one, you can see at the bottom how it's not clear. And then you kind of shake it up and that pulp mixes in. So that's a good thing. But I'm gonna use avocado oil. Avocado oil is good. You can cook it at a higher temperature. It's good and healthy, so it's a good option to go. And this is Primal Kitchen. I like their brand. Can y'all see that? I feel like the light's blocking it. There we go. It's a good, clean brand. You can trust most of their products if you're at the store. So if you see anything Primal Kitchen, like we use their salad dressings, ketchup, because they have no sugar in it. Okay, so I'm just gonna season our chicken with some real salt. I love this brand. You can find it at your grocery store. And then some fresh cracked pepper. That was like, I don't know, 10 cracks, so the chicken, you'll have some pepper on there. You want to see a good amount of pepper. All right, so this is my favorite basil. So if you're like me and sometimes you, your basil goes bad, you don't make it to the store, but you need like a fresh basil over, you know, your dry basil. This is a freeze dried, so then when you bake it, has more of a real basil consistency. So I've used this sometimes in things that need fresh basil. My thing is, we're gonna go ahead and open this one. So it's hard, it's in your spice section. Sometimes they do keep it in the fresh basil section and in the like veggie section of the grocery store. So look there, but I really like this. This is a Lighthouse brand. So look for that. It's really helpful. I've used it to make pesto sometimes when I've been out of fresh basil. All right, that was probably like 2 teaspoons probably. So just cover it in that. Now, what I like about this dish is super easy. It's just a couple ingredients that you have on hand. So, let me drain these. All right, so we're just gonna use a can of quartered artichokes. And you can just plop them in there because these are already quartered, so they're smaller. I'm just gonna place them all in our dish. Let me scoot it over so y'all can see. I sometimes get too close to the camera. All right, we didn't use the whole, but most of it. All right, so then we're gonna take a tomato, just a normal tomato, and we're gonna dice that up. Now, if you happen to be out, you can use just a can of diced tomatoes and then drain that. You don't want the juice in there. So we're just gonna dice up our tomato. Kids went outside. My house got like super quiet in here. Goodness. Okay. And then we have our spinach. So I always just grab this kind of spinach in the plastic and it's organic. So we're just gonna toss that around in here. Let's go ahead. I should have put the spinach in first. So don't do like me. Put the spinach and then put the artichokes in, so that way the spinach doesn't get dry sitting on top. And do about a cup. We'll do about a cup and a half of spinach there. All right, so we got artichokes, spinach, chicken. Now we will top it with our tomatoes. Right now, it almost looks like a salad with uncooked chicken. Look, but it's gonna be so yummy when it's done. All right, let's go ahead and throw some garlic in there. Let's do 3 cloves. I always do like a minimum of 3 cloves. I love garlic. Okay, now if you have mincer, like I usually say, you can use your mincer. I prefer to dice mine up, just chop it. That's how I like mine. The worst thing about garlic is always peeling it. All right, so go ahead and you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to, like I said before, I like to cook my things on higher heat to go a little faster. So you can do 350, but I did 375. So go ahead and preheat your oven to 375. And this is a dish, if you're shorter on time, you can also just do it on the stove top, and it would be great. Since the oven does take a little bit longer. All right. So we got our garlic diced. We're just gonna sprinkle that all over the dish. And then we'll drizzle a little bit more avocado oil on top. That came out a lot. So like a tablespoon and a half, I do. All right, so we're just, there you go. Super easy. We're gonna pop that in the oven. And let that cook until the chicken is cooked through. And then while that's starting, we will go ahead. And so for this, I'm gonna do, you can do whatever side you would want. I'm gonna do cauliflower with ours. So let me move this pan. Oh, it started. Sometimes our oven likes to go click, click, click. It's so annoying. So I just get cauliflower in the freezer section. I got this one from Sam's and it comes in a big old bag with like, Costco has the same thing, about like 6 bags or so. So I always go frozen. I used to years ago get a cauliflower head and then make my own rice. But that takes a lot more work. You need a food processor and more cleaning. So this is great because hard work's done. You can just open your bag and dump it in. I've never done the microwave version, but you can do that. So, all right, we're gonna put that on our stove, just on like medium-high heat, medium-ish heat. And then we will, I kind of break it up because it's kind of frozen still. You'll see, yeah. All right, I just kind of chop up those to break it up. One big block and now we just have cauliflower rice. All right, we'll throw a little bit of, now you can do avocado oil, olive oil, or butter. Sometimes we do butter, but for this dish I'm gonna stick with the avocado oil today. And you just need like half of a teaspoon in there, not a ton, just so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And then we'll season it with some salt and some pepper. And then give that just a little bit of a mix. You kind of want to season your cauliflower rice. I don't like it typically plain. So our chicken is in the oven, our rice is cooking. So I thought while those are getting started, a while ago I showed you, so Lee, you might remember. So in case you didn't see before, we're gonna go ahead and do it again today. Because I thought, we haven't done it in a while and sometimes you want a treat. So since it's nice outside, we're gonna do like our version of apple pie when you don't do crust. Kind of like just not a crisp because it doesn't have anything on top. Let me grab another cutting board so it has tomato on it. This is when we first started our low inflammation eating. I would do this. And so we're just gonna peel our apples. It's a quick, like if you want a snack and you have a sweet tooth like I do, I totally have a sweet tooth, especially love chocolate. This is what we make. So peel a couple apples here. I'm gonna do 3 apples because I probably should do 4 because I'm gonna have another kid. I have 4 kids and they're all gonna want one. All right. Ooh, I'm throwing apple peels. All right, let me grab one more apple. they can each have enough. Do y'all like apple pie? This is a fun one because you can, this works because I know it's hard when you're like, you cut out sugars and things and then you still want a treat. Okay, let's go ahead and get the garlic off of that. Slice our apples. You'll see I need to scoop my cutting board down, don't I? All right, we're gonna slice those. Just about like, I don't know, it's like what, less than a half an inch? Not, you know. You do, I'm glad you like apple pie, Lee. That's a favorite, right? Lee, do you remember me making this at the beginning? Well, it's been several months. Quick, easy little treat. When you want something sweet, like if you have this at night for a late night snack, you don't feel too guilty because it's apples. Good thing about apples is you don't have to really add a ton of sugars and stuff because they're already sweet, and then the juices come out and they kind of caramelize on their own, which is nice. I hear my rice starting to cook behind me. All right, here's 2 apples. I'm gonna go ahead and throw those in. I got a pot right here. Do 2 more. That way the kids have enough. You do remember. I'm good. It looked delicious. I'm glad. That would not be good if it did look delicious. Wouldn't that be terribly funny and awkward? That's, yeah. Oh my goodness. So, we're here in Conroe, Texas area, and that's where our practice is. So those who are patients, are y'all super excited? We are like 12 days out or so from the new office. Oh my goodness, so fun. Have you guys gone by and seen, up at the practice, we have a sheet where you can like guess which staff members are who. That's kind of a fun little activity they're doing this week up there. And then this treat is great because Dr. Hewlett talked the beginning of the week about, I don't know what day it was, Tuesday maybe or something, 5 different tips, and one of them was what to eat and what not to eat. And so one was sugar. So this is great. Okay, so in our pot we're gonna have our carrots. I have carrots. Oh my goodness, apples. I think I need a bigger pot since I decided to do 4. So do your medium pot, not your small pot. So medium one. All right, we're gonna put that on medium heat. Oh, this is my one that loves to click on me. So I gotta start it. All right, and then we're gonna need some cinnamon. Let me find that. Yep. We'll get that ready. Okay, so in our rice, we're just gonna give it a stir. So in here we just have cauliflower rice, frozen cauliflower rice, salt, and cracked pepper. And it's just cooking. It's almost done. Our chicken's in the oven with spinach, tomatoes, and artichoke. So that's going. So we'll have a great, I mean, what's easy about this is it's just like almost a one-pot meal. You don't have to do the rice if you don't want it, because you got your veggies in with your chicken, and that gives it flavor. So that's great. Okay, so I like to add just a tad of water into this, like probably a tablespoon of water. Into that. That helps break up, soften those apples up. All right, and then let me grab, I didn't get it out, let me grab it real quick. have two options. You can just leave your carrots, oh my gosh, I keep calling them carrots, apples in your pot with some water. And since we don't do sugar, these are the sugar alternatives we do use in this house to make sweets and stuff. We do have, this is called Lacanta. It's monk fruit sweetener. So it comes in this little brand. It's probably the cleanest one I know of. There's other ones that sometimes they mix stuff in. So you can sprinkle a little bit of this in with your carrots, or Swerve is another one you can use. And this one, you can find this way easier. This is at most all grocery stores carry this brand. It's, I think, like a, what is this? This is a, I'm trying to figure out where the ingredient is on this. I think it's like a stevia one. So it's a good option. It's not your best. Your monk fruit is better. It helps keep your insulin down lower, which is better. They went over that, Dr. Hewlett did the other day on the show he was talking about. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, so I can't go into detail about that. But I will add a little bit because the kids like it. So I'm going to add a little bit of sugar in here. This is like a teaspoon, because that was just a half of a teaspoon I used. So that's 1 teaspoon of the Lacanta I mixed in, the monk fruit sugar. I'm going to just give that a little mix. And then we'll add some cinnamon. And just plain cinnamon, really good. Let's go ahead and do a teaspoon. That was half, so here's another half. So 1 teaspoon of your monk fruit and 1 teaspoon of your cinnamon. Just get that mixed up. Now, what you can also add in there, which would be good if you wanted, is butter. Oh my goodness, we love butter. So remember, you want to stay with a healthier butter option as much as possible. So we use the Kerrygold butter, and it's a cleaner butter, more natural than less processed as other ones could be, I guess. More additives, I guess, the other brands have. All right, so see, look, oh, that's looking so good. Do you see how it's starting to, we're getting softer, and the brown, or the cinnamon. Yep. All right, and our cauliflower rice is almost done. We're gonna turn that down on low. All right, I had thingy pop up on my phone. All right. We'll turn that on. So, Mr. Lee, what have you been up to? Living the good life? All right. That's almost done. All right, so while that is there, I'm going to talk about what ice cream we put on top of our apples. So on top of those, we use this, it's so delicious. It's dairy-free, and this one, if you get the turquoise lid, is sugar-free. So they have a couple different flavors. This is the vanilla bean. They also have like a mint and a chocolate truffle one, I think. So look for the turquoise lid. In most grocery stores, like I know Kroger's has it. If you're local to the Houston area, Kroger's does carry this brand. So this is the sugar, and it's used with monk fruit. And it's the coconut milk, so that's why it's dairy free. So it's a good option. When we first started, like I said, I love sugar, so I was kind of like, ooh, our treats. I love treats, which have sugar. So that was kind of hard to be like, ooh, we can't have any. And just for a while, I was like, okay, I'll just eat raspberries and apples. But then I'm one that, like, I just can't snack. I need it to feel like real food. And so one day I was searching and came across this ice cream, and I was like, oh, we can have ice cream. This is great, because before that I was trying to make my own coconut ice cream, and that was a little bit trickier. So, and that's how we came up with this quick alternative to an apple pie. It gives you the same thing. So we'll wait for those apples to soften. Okay, so what are some other recipes you guys like to eat that we can work on making a healthier option for them? Because that's what I try to do at our house. There's something we do like, and I'm like, how can I make that fit in a healthier option into a low inflammation diet? So what are some things you guys like? We did a few weeks ago the chicken pot pie. My husband, when it's cold, likes that. So we found a way to make that a better option than your typical way. And then we showed you our pancakes, and then our peanut butter cookies. So give me some ideas of what you guys like, so then we can work on sharing our alternatives. As well, if you have found great alternatives, so share those with us, and we would love to then in return share them with our followers. So that would be great. So let us know what you have discovered as healthy eating, and so we can share with everybody, because we all appreciate good recipes, right? Okay, so our apples are coming together. See, they're starting to stick a little bit. Oh yes, perfect. And they're getting soft. Let's see. Yep. Oh, it's getting great. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a spoon. All right, so we'll just scoop in our bowl here some apples. Super fast. That's what I love about this. It's a quick little treat. Like I said, even if you sometimes, not often, want a late night treat, this is a great alternative for you. Or during the day, because then you have longer to process that. Okay, so we're gonna scoop out some of our ice cream. This is just the vanilla. I'll let it sit here so it can get soft a little bit. All right. So there we go. We have our carrots. Why am I calling it that? Apples. Our apples with ice cream. Super good. My kids are gonna be so excited. I will have a little bit because they will gobble it all up, and I won't get any later. So you can snack on this. Oh, see, look, you can